in this installment, we're going to focus on what happens when innocence is met by violence, the trauma that's created. And if that's not bad enough, when that innocence is met by violence and then manipulated as if it was the innocent being who was attacked or assaulted, violated in some way, as if it was their fault, and then a false sense of a guilty verdict is placed upon the traumatized individual, the guilty individual. This can stem from childhood, this can stem from past lives. And what needs to be transformed at the level of subtle energy is the place where an incorrect projection from a perpetrator has been absorbed and felt to be true about oneself, that they somehow caused the abuse they received, that they somehow are at fault. So, in this energy healing, greater codes for innocence are coming in, greater establishment of the one of the many qualities of our true nature, that innocence, and also that confused place that says those actions of perpetration that I experienced are my fault. I'm to blame. I'm guilty. It's a really, really sad, sorrowful place. But in that, when it distorts one's self image, holding it to be true. So we're hoping to drill into that really, really deeply. So truth can be established there rather than others intentionally manipulative and malicious projections. This dynamic is coming to the world, coming to light more so collectively. And as it does, our individual processes can also reflect that and go through it simultaneously. So this energy healing is geared toward when innocence is met by violence and then manipulated to believe it's at fault. So let's dive on in. If you would, just breathe into the energetic pillar along your spine, tailbone to crown. Exhaling, tail to crown, crown to tailbone. And initially just allowing any traumatic memory to begin to surface from this lifetime or others, this childhood, this lifetime, or others. What needs to be reestablished here is the inherent innocence of that person. So initially, feel the frequency of innocence, the vibration of innocence coming into that traumatized part of you, that traumatized memory, that traumatized experience. And then we're going to shift to feeling the projections from those that were in the role of perpetration, aggressive, cruel, projecting upon you that it was your fault. You're to blame. You are guilty. And I'm going to ask that you maintain and hold that frequency of innocence within this memory, within the being whom this memory happened to. Feeling the truth of innocence shine and vibrate forth. And if you feel this kind of confused place of, I'm not guilty, that's really good, false verdicts of wrongdoing being released and being challenged, you can almost feel the weaponization of others' projections, those that are in a role of perpetration, then saying, you're to blame for this. You can almost feel that incoming energy. And just for this phase, that incoming energy being obliterated by the reality of innocence and that trauma. This kind of internalization of where those projections have actually been taken in, and the belief about oneself that they are bad, that they are to blame for their innocence being met by violence. That place where it's been absorbed, held to be true about oneself, that guilt, that weight, it creates kind of a constant fear of more incoming threat, more incoming attack. Because you're guilty, you can be hurt at any time. So, more so than obliterating the initial projections, beginning to obliterate the places inside that have absorbed those projections, held them to be true as a self image about oneself. You may notice different places in your subtle energetic anatomy overlapping your physiology, beginning to light up, beginning to move, beginning to restructure, and just set the intention as you breathe into your spine, your energetic pillar along your spine, setting the intention to release any false, guilty verdicts you are currently holding true about yourself and the trauma you have experienced. And there's a really, really heavy, guilty weight, false, guilty weight. And that is what wants to start lifting off. So seeing clearly the maliciousness of others' projections. And as you kind of see those memories, you're seeing it more clearly. It's moving out. If you feel a little nauseous, that is par for the course in this intense work. So we're going to leave it there. This is step one, reclaiming your innocence. We're going to progressively go deeper into it. As this unfolds in the collective and within ourselves, may we all reclaim that innocence. We'll see you soon.